Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Diablo 3. Let's just jump into game and I will very quickly show you where we are. We found some more pieces of Delsere's magnum opus. Unfortunately, most of the pieces that we found happen to be headpieces, in that they are exactly the same headpiece that we already have. But this is not really a problem for us because we have the opportunity to re-roll them. So what we're going to do first of all, if I just bring this up now, is we're going to put on our ancient headpiece. We're going to put on our boots. So that's swapping out for what we had before. We're also going to change over the cube so that we're not using the Ring of Raw Grandeur, and we're going to use Weird Ward. And now we can have a look properly at our equipment and see what pieces we have, what benefits we're getting, and what we want to do. So with these three pieces of Ashiara's set, we're getting plus 20% life. We can swap out the shoulders, do that pretty straightforward, but instantly we're going to drop 20% life. So 1103 down to 913, which is a significant drop. It's a lot of life to lose. And the benefits for us there are minimal at best. If we take off another piece, let's just swap out the gloves temporarily. We'll lose even more survivability on the toughness front, another 1 million, just because of the plus 100 to resist all elements. But once we get this rolled up, we're going to be taking 50% reduced damage while we have a slow time active, and we should always have a slow time active. So I think this is going to be worthwhile for us. We're going to try and roll one of these into gloves and one of them into, let's put the shoulders back there, and helmet up there and boots down there. So this one is going to hopefully become gloves. This one is going to hopefully become trousers. And for those, we need Death's Breaths and we need Forgotten Souls. Keep your fingers crossed, everyone. Now these can't become ancient. A torso will do. We're going to lose the meteors dropping, but we get to keep the plus 100 to resist all elements. So that's a possible. And that is the gloves. So we've got a choice between two. I think we're going to go with the gloves and we're going to keep the meteors dropping. So we've got 4 pieces of Delsere's set. If we do go for 5 pieces, we could put the Ring of Raw Grandeur in and forgo Weird Ward and try out the 2000%, which is actually really quite tempting. It'll only be 2000% from... Oh, we'd have to change over to... Ooh. Okay. You know what? I think we're going to try it. I think we're going to try it, people. So, let's go to Shen first of all. We've got a hell of a lot of money. Let's actually put the Death's Breaths and Forgotten Souls back so I don't accidentally drop them somewhere. These gloves go back over here. These we will... No, we're gonna we're gonna swap that out. So Shen. Now because of this, we can actually change over to the Crown of the Primus because we won't need Nilfgaard's Boast because we won't be dropping meteors on everything. So we want combined gems, we want topazes, we want all of the topazes because we want to make another 3 for our inventory. In fact, let's just start with these and see how many spare we need. Okay, so we need another few to say the least. Let's go 10 of these. All 3 of these. Which will give me 1 more Royal Topaz, which won't get me another Flawless. Let's go 10 more. Let's go 1 more, just so that I can get these as a nice round number. 4 more of these. We've ended up with 1 too many. Well, that's not really too much of a problem. So that's 2 flawless Royal Topazes. We still need 1 more. And I am trying to minimize the amount that we're spending on this, of course. Just at this point in time. In fact, I suppose I could make one more for down there. Alright, so we'll do 10 more. That needs another 2. Okay, right. Let's do all. So that's 1. I could take the gems out of there, but I want to have them so they're nice and easy to swap out. And it's good to have spares for my other character anyway. So, in order to make the last one of these, let's remove the gem. So we need 3 of these, which means we need 9 of these, which means we need 27 of these. No, sorry. So 3 of these. So 3 royals, which means we need 9 flawless imperial. We've got 2, so we only need 7 flawless imperial, which means we need 21 of these. Pretty much taking everything that we've got to do this. And if my maths is right, and I really hope it is, this should work out quite nicely. Well, yeah, look at that. It's almost like I can count. Do basic maths and all that kind of stuff. Right, that goes in there. This comes on here. So, that goes in our... This is now our, like, full-on Death's Breath farming setup. Really, I want to get a different belt to swap out. Helm's buff belt would not be a bad option, actually, at this point. It increases my electrocute damage. We're going to be changing off electrocute anyway. But, just for temporarily, it is not the worst thing ever. So, yeah, let's put one of these up. Our toughness shoots up massively as long as we actually have a slow time up. So, we are slightly better off that way. We need to change electrocute over for spectral blade. Let's get it going for the long distance one. And everything eventually will take a hell of a lot more damage in there. We'll run a regular right, Ring of Raw Grandeur. Yeah, okay, so we need different trousers. Let's actually have a look at what we can... Oh, actually, I want to change the Crown of the Primus as well. Crown of the Primus, slow time gets the effect of every rune. We don't need Mycon's Ball of Hate anymore because we're no longer using electrocute. So what is going to be the best benefit for us? Maximus could work. Starfire could work temporarily. Schaefer's Hammer. That will do for the moment. That keeps us on the theme. And that charges us with lightning. Oh, that actually looks really awesome. Okay. So, all our bits have been dropped off. We're going to run a regular rift just to see this stupid level of increased damage. And then maybe we'll run some greater rifts.
Embrace your power.
That is a fair amount of damage. Oh, hell yeah. Getting the slow time on everything is what's really going to take getting used to, I think. But I think this could work. I think really we'll have to try it at a higher difficulty level to see what the general speed is. Obviously, Spectral Blade has a much shorter range than the lightning that we were doing in the past, but
Not ready yet.
generally speaking, I think it's okay. And of course, remembering to put it on as we get into combat is not really a problem at this level, because Spectral Blade itself can tear through stuff. Things are dying too quickly for me to tell how effective all this is being. I need numbers, people! Proper numbers! Yeah, okay, that is pretty damn powerful. Ooh, and the unique axe, I will take that. Obviously, we still want the last bit of Delsere's set. And we are going to be pushing for that and then change back to Weird Ward. And now we need the Shame of Delsere belt still. And we need the Fragment of Destiny. And we still need the Halo of Furini, actually. Do we? No, we've got the Halo of Furini. And we've got the Conventional Elements. I think we've got everything we need. Other than the Shame of Delsere and the last bit of Delsere's Magnum Opus.
Your defenses are nothing.
Yeah, pretty happy at the kill speed and power of this on the mobs that we're facing at the moment. Krelm's buff belt is not giving us any benefit at all because we're taking damage all the time, of course. But generally speaking, we're doing alright. So it's 50% damage off just from having the slow timeout. And you'll see our toughness shoots up to 61%. That's when our lightning armor electrocutes stuff. So we've got survivability, and then we've got the shield on top. I'm not too worried about our health and how we're going to do with this.
If only they could see me now.
The real test is going to be how it survives against things like Rift Guardians and the like.
You dare attack me?
Also, the Crown of the Primus at this point is kind of nice because it adds extra stun to stuff, so it's good for crowd control, but it is not what the build is based around. It's good because it fits in well with what we're trying to do, but it is not really the be-all and end-all. We may end up swapping that over for something else if there's something that looks more useful in the grand scheme of things. But a bit of extra crowd control never hurt anyone. At least that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. You're outside! Come back in, right? Ooh, unique mace as well. I've not been playing long tonight, and I've not had much chance to play recently. But I've been pretty lucky so far tonight. We had one of those huge packs of goblins together, and I got 45 death breaths from that entire set at the same time. It was pretty nuts. And I was thinking, I'll just get a couple together so I can do the re-rolling, just in case I end up re-rolling it into a helmet or boots or something that I've already got. And very quickly farmed up to 100. And then, of course, we only needed the 20 in itself, which I'm kind of glad about because I didn't want to waste all of my Forgotten Souls on them either. Right, let's get this Rift Guardian sorted. Ooh, wrong way. Hello? Right. Wow, that was one attack. One attack, and it wasn't even the Arcane Orb. That was literally just going Spectral Blade in your face, and it does 3 hits. It's pretty good. Right, that looks like Sky Splitter, and I don't know what this is. But we are going to hand this in. We'll talk to Kadala. Right, Kadala, give us belts, because the Shame of Delsere is something that we do need.
Don't forget, luck always changes.
I could go for pants and try for the other piece of the set, but I figure it's more likely we will find another bit, and then we can just re-roll it like we did the others. Okay, so that is Sky Splitter and Terodron's Hand, so these are all going in the cube. Sorry, all going under the hammer. That was that. Sandwich that. We've got 2 more Greater Rift Keystones. Let's put them to use. Are you guys ready for the terrifying nature that is pushing on into greater rifts? We're going to up it to Torment 7. We're going to empower it. Here we go. Now this could go horribly wrong. So apologies if I die, but if we don't push on, we'll never push on. Yeah, this is pretty quick. Right, let's run through that because we don't care about any of those. Put more. Oh, look at this! This is so fast.
I'm so good, I astound myself.
I can't even read the damage numbers because we're moving through these so quickly. If we stop moving quickly, we just put down a slow time and everything starts dying. Yeah, too many numbers to read properly. Speed pylon, nice. Let's get a good cluster together. This will do. In a way, the Crown of Primus could actually be a disadvantage for us with its stunning things at the edge. But as long as we're carefully positioning things, it shouldn't be an issue. Now, I don't know whether the Arcane Orb ends up doing the 2000% on every single strike, or if it just works out how many times it would strike across the time and hits everything for that amount scaled. Either way, it's doing a hell of a lot of damage, though. And I am pretty happy about that.
Need more time.
I will check Delsere's set and see precisely what it is that affects it. Oh good, Spectral Blade does affect it. So I can just Spectral Blade my way through everything. We don't even really need Arcane Orb other than the fact that it does more damage. I see you, come on, let's get that off. Did you see how quickly that went down with just 2 Arcane Orbs? I reckon we could take on Malthael at this level. I think we can do it. In fact, you know what? After this, we're going to go and fight Malthael. We're going to do Sadir, and then we're going to do Malthael. And if we die, then at least we've died going out in style. This is going to finish off our Slayer season journey. Hopefully, if we don't die. It's always a fear going up against Malthael. Malthael is nasty. But this also definitely shows that we can up our difficulty. Look at all these slow times all across the map. Slow time on you. Blast everything. Slow time over here. Up in the air. On your face. It might only be on impact that it does the extra damage. But man, we have got such a shield and such a life from the lightning electrocuting things. We'll lose some of that at Malthael because he will be a single boss. As well, unless we keep far away from him. But
how does that feel?
I see you in the distance. Wow, 1056 million. And that was from one zap of it. I mean, that was a huge amount of damage. I don't know if that's the norm or if that was just lucky, but
nicely done.
Hell yes, that's what I'm gonna say. Hell to the frickin' yes. 261 million, so it was probably an impact one or a very unique combination, or maybe the convention of elements flashed around at that point, because the convention of elements is still on and it is still helping us out. And really, if things aren't dying fast enough, it's because they're just outside of the slow time area. That's all it comes down to. Which in itself isn't a problem, it just means you reposition and try again. Yeah, 614 million that time. I think it must have just been the convention of elements that triggered it, but wow, what a damage boost that was. That is what I'm talking about. That's what we've been working towards for this entire season. All the damage in a fraction of a second. And all lightning based. Other than the tiny bit of fire coming from the spark flint. But mostly all lightning based. And this is so much extra damage that we're doing more than a conduit pylon by just standing nearby. That was disappointing timing. Yeah, let's stand out of that, because as much as I am confident we'd be able to survive it, I don't want to find out just quite how resilient our shield is. Not like that, anyway. When we're going up against Malthael, if we need to, like, tank one of his little death beam things, then we can try that. But hopefully the slow times will make that fight kind of what's the word? Inconsequential is probably the best for what I'm thinking. Oh yeah, you can tell when the lightning thing kicks around. A belt, a ring, pants, pain in the class rifted off, class setting, and class action. We earned all of those, and what a step up! What a step up! So that gets assigned. Let's have a look at this belt. It's going to be Harabash's binding, of course. Oh, it's the witching hour. Unexpected. What wonderful ring has it given us? Rogar's huge stone. Well, that can go in the cube. And is that another Pox Folds? Oh, depth diggers. Well, it would have been nice if we could have used depth diggers at the same time, but that's just not going to work for us. We're going to start putting points in across these equally as much as we can. Oh, come on. Simplicity strength is disappointing me today. 4 failures! 4 failures at 60%!
I need to go back.
It's the game getting me back for making it through without dying. That's what it is. Okay, well, let's hand this in. Put that point in, and let's go kill Sadir. Let's salvage up what we've got. So these go. Rogar's huge stone, I've got one ready to go. The witching hour has nothing that's worth holding on to. And right, Act 3 for Sadir. That's where we want to go. Sadir, Tower of the Cursed. And we'll just hurry down as quickly as we can. Now, Krelm's buff belt will help us just a little bit on the... Ooh. Can we get this from down here? Not quite. I'm going to go around and get it because I am a sucker for extra XP. As long as we don't take damage, we get the extra movement speed, so we're up to plus 50%. So let's hurry. Oh, wait, no, this is only Torment 2. Let's head back, let's up the difficulty to Torment 7 like we're supposed to be doing, and then we'll try this again. As you can tell, I am a professional. I know exactly what I'm doing here. Right, game settings. Dun dun dun! Oh my god, we need to do something about how we look. This is unsettling. Right. So, Act 3, Sadir. Got to remember to put on my buffs. And we are going to run across. Except we're going to kill these guys because they're likely to have something nice for us. Death's Breaths, namely. Well, one Death's Breath. Oh, yeah. So we're going to have to split our farming into actual farming attempts. Yeah, as soon as you stop, it becomes much easier to kill you. That'll give us some more gems. I really quite like the way this build plays. It is not a type of Magi that I've made before in the past. Regardless of the lightning build side of it, just constantly using slow time and dealing with it in this way, it's very weird in a very cool way. Oh yeah, we just don't care about our health at the moment. The amount of damage reduction we've got will pretty much be off the charts. Now we could still go for 2 pieces of towel set. I could swap out my amulet and we could go with the belt, but I quite like the setup that we've got with this at the moment. And it's as far as plan goes, as far as plans go, it seems to be working. We can still upgrade all of our equipment to ancient, at least all the equipment that isn't already ancient. So there's more that we can do to improve our survivability, more that we can do to improve our damage. There's also a lot of balancing that we can do with it. So periodically tapping slow time to try and get it on mobs up ahead of us. Yeah, there's more that we can do to balance it once we figure out whether we're, like, super Hello, you. This is going to be really hard to kill this guy, but...
Need more arcane power. Not ready yet.
I'm trying to split them up so that I can focus on them a bit at a time. Right, now back for the other ones before they run away. Is it too late? Is it too late? Oh, there they are. Woo! I think that's all of them. No, not quite. You're still here. There we go. Oh, blimey. They've got so much health on Torment 7. And this build is not set up for that level of chasing and area combat. But that worked. And you get much the same rewards at the lower difficulties. So let's just head back and drop off those 15 death spreads. I'm not sure if that was worth it for 15 death spreads. That was a lot of effort. But at the same time, I just can't say no to treasure. Just can't do it. You know, just walking down the street casually on my way to work and there's some treasure on the ground. I'm like, oh, hell yeah. I'll be having that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the rest will salvage up. Because we're going to get epic loots from Sidir. I like that the stun from the slow time is different to the stun that you get from lightning. So even stuff that's affected by crowd control reduction will still have a different stun, or at least a different level of crowd control reduction being affected. Like if we get the Templar actually freezing people, but by suppose technically he is kind of with Azurath. But if we get him doing it properly, that will be affected in a different way as well. We need to move back towards the centre. That's where the way down is. Don't mind me, just coming through. Put that up. Because we don't care about killing you, we just care about killing Sidir. So yes, if we get the Fragment of Destiny, that will improve the amount of damage that the Spectral Blade does by another 200%. I'm hoping it would be multiplicative with everything else that's doing like 200% more damage as well, but wow, that was quick. That was so quick. I am pretty confident about the Malthael fight now. In fact, I'm almost tempted to bump us up to Torment 8. Not before we do the fight, of course. We'll do the fight first, and then we'll think about it. Right, so West March. He's actually one of the bounties. Ah, the nerves. This place, it holds so many memories, so many deaths. So many times of being, oh yeah, it can't possibly be that difficult, only to have it fail. So many disconnected sessions, and by God, if that happens this time, I will be pretty ticked off.
Need more
Yep,
time.
don't care about any of you guys. I am just coming through. Keep you killed just because it's convenient. And then we're going to go this way. I think it's going to pan round to the north. Yeah, looks like it. Oh, back off. Yeah, we don't have a get out of freezing hell card to play, so we have to be careful about those kind of things.
Your defenses are nothing.
There's a chest that we're going to ignore. This is just a run for Malfield after all. Stick to the plan, and it should all go according, well, to plan. Alright, let's try going up that way then. So much damage from that arcane orb. I love it. I love it so much. And it's such a pretty skill as well. I mean, it's so well put together. Okay, this looks more promising. Go around that way. Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it up this way either. Kill a couple of things that come too close, and we'll head down and round. You're all in my way. Be gone. Thank you. Oh, the slow time affected him and he couldn't really jump.
Need more time.
Right, fire chains, don't want to be standing in the middle of that. That actually went through our shield, so let's be a little bit careful. Being a little bit cocky is fine. Being reckless is not. And that was maybe just a tiny bit too much rushing, but we were fine, so we'll just bear that in mind for higher difficulties. No speed runs. You know, you clear stuff as you go, and this is the right way. Good. Got to remember to do the Spectral Blade first as well to build up the extra power of Arcane Orb.
Still waiting.
Right, it'd be rude not to kill you seeing as we're right here, Senate. Nothing for me? Okay, fine. See if I care. Well, extra experience. Let's hope it doesn't just turn into a... Yeah, the experience is you should have gotten tougher before going after Malfield because that bastard can punch. Okay. Breathe. Remember to breathe. And here we go. Refresh the buffs. Super serious business. Hey, guy. Now, I think that I may have caught him just on the edge there, which is fine if I did. Man, he's got a lot of health. Oh, God, that really hurt. Okay. Man, it didn't trigger a death, but I am not going to be pissing about with this at all. We're going to do it carefully. We're going to make sure that we have a slow time available pretty much at all times. And the sooner I get him onto the second phase, the better. Right, that is the second phase, and that is the worst time for me to drop a slow time. Let's hope it comes back before he charges us too much. Okay, he's jumping into the middle, and we go behind him. Drop this on him. Those freezing fogs are going to be so painful. Am I actually hitting him? No, I wasn't hitting him at that range. Jesus. Alright.
Death consumes all.
So we're standing behind him just to dodge this.
Need more time.
1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get a ton of damage on him. Nice. You can probably feel the concentration. Oh, he's jumping again. Which way is he facing? That way. Damn those freezing fogs. Oh, ho, ho. Oh yeah. Dead is dead. And we've completed the Slayer season journey. And we didn't trigger a death on it. We had to use our healing potion once, which thankfully teleported us out of the way of the different charges that were coming at us. But overall, that went pretty well. Let's see what the champion objective has for us. So, a Torment 10 level 70 Rift. We might be able to manage that. 3 gems to 35, we'll definitely manage that. Soul of Evil at Torment 10. Okay. Alright, so... yeah, we're going into the extra realms of evil at Torment 10. Diablo at Torment 10. Gom at Torment 11. And Greater Rift level 40 solo. So we need to up the difficulty. I think we can probably do that now. But I think I need a break just for a couple of moments to recover from that. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I do hope you've enjoyed this, if nothing else, successful climax of our final build. We've still got a couple more bits that we can do on it to improve it. But we have made it. We have Delsere's Magnum Opus. We have a lightning-based build. And it is viable. It is very viable. Thank you very much for watching. And join me next time for more Diablo 3. I'll see you soon.